Hi everybody, I just filmed my next lipstick, which is an Ulta lipstick that I have on. I'm here to do my weekly makeup basket. It's not going to have the palette roulette in it yet because this week I'm going to continue to use my superhero palette. So one of the things I wanted to mention is I've never done a monthly favorites video. And I think it's time because I'm starting to discover some products that I really love. And so I'm gonna be probably doing a November favorites at the very beginning of December or at the very end of November. So you can look forward to that. And also I'll be continuing my 30-day lipstick challenge all the way to the 30th of November. Today is Sunday and these chipped rotten nails are coming off, so I'm going to have you guys pick my nail polish. Here's the stuff that's currently in there already. This stuff is in project pans and that kind of jazz, and these lipsticks and these eyeliners I've just been like, I've got to use them before they go bad, and so I've kept them pretty much for like the last 6 to 8 months, even when I was doing weekly makeup basket before. But that does not mean actually the lipsticks could go away, because since I'm doing the 30-day lipstick challenge, I think that at least for the 30 days I won't be using any of those unless I pull them out to use. But I've been going to my spinny thing for lipsticks. I do have a couple of project pan things going. I have got this lipstick challenge going, and so I do want to start using more makeup from my vanity. So we are going to look at the vanity. I'm going to go through there with the camera in hand, and I'm going to use this palette for this entire week. I am going to number all of my palettes. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually stick a number to them or just make a list of them, but I'm going to do a palette roulette, and that roulette is going to consist of using a random number generator to pull a palette. And what I'm going to consider a palette is going to be anything that has more than 3 eyeshadows, because a trio is not really a palette. So that'll be the palette roulette, and it'll become part of the weekly makeup basket. But for this week, I don't have my list put together yet. I don't have anything numbered yet. And so I figured, since I am playing with this, and I will be doing a look this week at the request of my viewers, that I'll keep this one in. I have all superhero palette stuff on today, and I really love this palette. I don't know why anyone would not like this palette. So like the shadows are like awesome, the base coat's like fabulous, even the stuff that has a little bit of shimmer still looks okay on my mature eyes. So I do really like this, and there'll be another palette added. So to start off, I do have some things that I'll be keeping in here, but I'm going to add some other things because I don't think that using just my project pan stuff is like the greatest thing to do. Sometimes you want to branch out a little bit. The only place I won't be branching is the lipstick area, because I'll be doing the 30-day lipstick challenge, so I'll be using a different lipstick every day, all day. So without further ado, we're going to be going to my cabinets, and I'm going to be trying some different stuff. And while we're in there, I'm going to show you what I did with my foundations and most of my primers. So stay there, don't go anywhere. Here's my Alex. The other Alex now currently, let's get this box out of the way, now currently has mostly skincare and stuff like that. This is a drawer that's full of blush and stuff. This one I'm going to take out for this time. This is actually Laura Geller blush that's broken, and I will show it to everybody again, but I've got to start using that. Well, I'm going to use this as my highlighter. It's a Smashbox product that I got a long time ago. Alright, and let's see. Bronzer. I have this newish bronzer from Physicians Formula. Oops. I don't know if there's enough light. Let me turn this one on and see if it helps. Not much. But I'll hold all these things up to the camera after I'm done pulling them. So yeah, I think we'll use that. And I have these little shadows here, and I think I'll take Paula's Choice out and use some of these in conjunction with the Superhero, or instead of it on some days. I do have like a pretty extensive collection that's almost too much for me, and the stuff in the back is just like spare stuff. So yeah. Alright, so this is the Make product that I wanted to try. This is one that's mattifying. It does mattifying, and it does like glossing kind of. I don't know. I got it a long time ago, and I have no idea how to use it, so I'm gonna take it out and try it. Next out of here is going to be a powder. I do really love the powders I have, but there are some that I want to use up, and this is one of them, so this Clinique is going to be pulled. Now, on to my foundation drawer. So you guys may remember that this stuff was all laying on its side, and I really didn't like that because it wasn't settling very nicely, and so maybe now is a good time to sit down and go over what's in this drawer rather than do a separate foundation collection. Alright, so here's what's in here, and hopefully my camera doesn't like flip down because it doesn't like to be on an angle. So back here I have this beloved Milani eye primer, so I've left that sealed because I'm using another one up and I didn't want to open that. I have a spare of the Marabella, which is very much a silicone type of a primer. I did throw a couple things out, so I have this blank canvas, which is fabu-freaking-is. Which sounds really crazy, but this is like fabulous stuff. I have this one from e.l.f. that has SPF. I noticed it was a little grainy when I used it last time, but I gave it a good shake and I squirted through whatever tubing is in there that squirts, and I managed to get it to the point where it's fine. I also got this one, La Roche-Posay. I got this for free actually through Amazon Vine, and I used it once or twice and really did like it. It's got 50 SPF. This one is Tarantino. I bought this on Haute Look and I love it. It's really, really beautiful. This one is Ofra, and it's just a nice smooth silicone type of a primer. And then I go into, I use this kind of as a primer. It's like a BBCC cream from Cargo. It's actually should be moved up a little bit. And I have this thing of Pond's, which is just basically like CC cream. Okay, so going into my favorites, I put close to my makeup is my two Laura Gellers. And this one, when I'm feeling really dry, and actually any time, is the best primer I've ever used. It's very smooth, but it's not silicone-like, and it's just like perfect. Perfect. This is another one from Laura Geller. You can see that it was laying on its side because it's got some, let me shake that up a little. There we go. And this one is an illuminating one. It kind of goes, it was part of that blush package, the one that's broken. So, I think I'll pull that out and use that this week. Now I also have this from Botanics, which is made by the Boots Company, which also makes the 07 number 7, and I have a review coming up for a cleanser and a mask. This is very nice. It feels good. It's not really like, it's a unusual product. It's not really a face cream. It's kind of an illuminating cream. I use this more as like a primer. I'll put this on and then I'll hang out for a little while, let it soak in, and then it's like my face is good to go. I have this Smashbox. Yes, it looks really dark in the tube, but honestly, it matches my skin really well because it's not as dark coming out of the tube as it is in the tube. I have yet to spend very much time with this foundation, but I'm not going to choose this for this week just simply because I want to keep things like consistent. I'm going to choose this Laura Geller. And this Laura Geller, yeah, it looks yellow. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, that's yellow. But guess what? It's not yellow on. So what we're going to do is I will use this. You can see I've used it a few times. It's already got a little line there. So I'll use this week. I think my biggest worry is my cosmetics going bad because I have a lot of expensive stuff. I have some cheaper stuff too. I have some stuff that came in baskets and stuff, and I don't usually think about the monetary value of those things, but anyway. Now I'm not going to wear foundation every single day, and so I want to pick out a CC cream that I'm going to be comfortable wearing, and I have a couple of new ones that I haven't really used yet. Let's see. This is a BB cream from Pacifica, and I actually wanted to go over everything I have in here anyway. This is a foundation stick from Flower Beauty, but the cap is cracked, so I don't know if it's really, you know, gonna manage to hold up. This is my favorite foundation currently, and that's the Smashbox Halo. I notice in this light everything looks a little yellow, but seriously, it's just because the light's bad. So let me move the light down. See if I can do this without knocking it over. Here we go. Maybe that'll help. So there again, yeah, it still looks yellow. Is my favorite foundation, which is this Halo. And the reason I like it so much is it's the most non-foundation foundation that I've ever worn. It doesn't feel like you have makeup on. This is very similar, and that's the Born This Way. I did buy the Born This Way Under Eye Concealer that matches this, and I'm not that wild about it. Going through again, here's my Pacifica BB cream. I have not used that yet. And I have a fairly new Pacifica CC cream, so I think I will use this maybe a couple days this week. Then moving on, I have this Cargo, and I have this on here because the SPF expired, and I'm pretty sure this is going to probably go south pretty soon. I notice with a lot of things when the SPF expires, it goes south. This is the Physicians Formula CC cream. I already finished one of these, and my daughter gave me this. It's about, I think it's about to here. This is one of those things I'm going to repurchase for the rest of my life. This here is another Physicians Formula. It's a BB cream. I haven't tried that yet. That'll be another thing to try. And this, oh, actually, maybe this is my favorite. I'm not sure. But I love that foundation. Foundations that were not able to stand up ended up over here. The back there is empty. I think I'm just going to put boxes from products back there that are open already, so that when I do like empties, I can have the box handy. Maybe. I'm not sure. So in this front section, I have 3 foundations here. Let me just move this back a hair. I have the yet untried Amazonian Clay foundation. I have a couple powder foundations. I have this Milani Cream to Powder foundation. Love that. And I have this Laura Geller powder foundation, which is really nice. It says that it's light medium, but it's really not that dark. These really vary. I notice that sometimes they look really dark and sometimes they're just not that dark. And then I have a couple other things over here that were too tall to fit. I have this, which is brand new. Oy. I used to have this and I really liked it, and I figured, you know, let me give that another try, and I will do a video with this. But I kept it in the box just because if I really hate it, it's going to go right back to CVS. And I think you need the box to do that. Oh my goodness. And then I have my giant Smashbox. This is actually like my favorite primer, pretty much, unless I'm really dry and I need Laura Geller. I keep lids to the Tarte products because for some reason my Tarte tubes ended up with no color written on them. I have the Naked Skin foundation. This also looks slightly yellow when you take it out. And this is also a great moisturizing primer, but it goes a little bit thick, so you have to be really careful when you use that. Everybody's got this. Everybody knows it's like one of the best things, and it does look really spectacular on my skin. This is not the illuminating version. This is just the regular It CC cream, and I use the color Light. And this matches me like perfectly, and I have the under eye CC corrector, and it matches this and it matches my skin, and it's like perfect. So I think maybe next week's Makeup Basket I will pull this out. This is from Marcel, and I ordered this from Birchbox Shop, and this is like a goldeny color. I've got to use this again soon. It's sort of an illuminating kind of a BB cream, but anyway, it looks really nice on. It's a little bit dark, but I am able to make it work. So anyway, in addition to the products that are already in here and my It's Superhero palette, I did pick a palette, and this will end up being numbered at some point, but I got this Paula's Choice palette for free on Buzz Agent. They sent it to me, and it's got some really beautiful colors. This pinky color, I don't know if that's just gonna not look right on me, but because I have bloodshot eyes chronically, it like runs in the family. My dad had bloodshot eyes too. I still miss my dad. Anyway, it came with this little brush, which is kind of like a crappy little brush. I think I'm gonna take it out and I'll just put it aside. So anyway, I think they expect that you're going to use your own makeup brushes. That's why this is kind of like in there, kind of. Maybe this would make a good under the eye application brush, but this is like a really beautiful palette, and so I'm going to include this one. It has a mixture of matte and shimmer. Mature eyes, honestly, there are some shimmer things you can wear, and mostly you can't, because if you have any crepey eye business going on, and anybody who's over 40 tends to have that, then you have to be careful with this stuff. So I am going to be using these two palettes for my eyes. This one will be numbered and along with everything else. So I guess next week we'll do the roulette. The other things I picked this illuminating primer from Laura Geller's Spackle line. This is really nice, a little bit hydrating without like my oily skin friends out there. I think you could use this. It's not, I still have to like apply more moisture on pretty much before I put all my face makeup on. So this is a really nice illuminating primer, and coupled with that I am going to use the Laura Geller foundation. I hate to have a foundation that's this expensive go bad, so that's why I'm going to start using a different foundation every week. I do have things in project pans that I'll be using, but I think it's important to think beyond the project pans and use some of our more expensive products, because honestly they're just going to go bad, and who wants to replace all this stuff? Now, a new product that I'm going to be trying is this Pacifica CC cream. As you know, Pacifica is cruelty-free. It's got the little bunny on the back. It's a PETA, and yep, it's a PETA bunny. And Pacifica is like one of the really well-known cruelty-free brands. This is like really cool. I got it in a lighter color. so that it would match me. This Pacifica is a little dark. I know that I put like a full pump on the back of my hand, but I'm feeling a little nervous about it now, but we'll find out in this makeup basket. I chose this I got this for free on Amazon Vine. Yes, if you review a lot of stuff and you make sure you review a lot of stuff on Amazon, I got invited, but you can certainly write to Amazon customer service. This has a mattifying side and a glossing side. You can pretty much see what's what. So I haven't used this yet because I'm honestly not quite sure how to use it. So it's been sitting in my drawer. I used it a couple times so I could review it, but I don't think I ever truly mastered how this is used. So I have no idea how that looks because this is no mirror. I'm going to use this, and if I don't like it, I will give it to my daughter to either use herself or give to her friend. Currently today is a cruelty-free company, so I do like getting and using Make products. So we'll give this a try and see what it does. You never know. It could be a good thing. Who knows? Next thing is I'm going to use this powder from Clinique. It's just a regular face powder. And I really love this. It's like really a shame that Clinique is selling in China, but it's got one of those twist powder up things. And the brush is fairly nice. Like, I really do like this brush. I don't always use it when I do the powder thing though, because sometimes I just use my big giant Morphe powder brush. La, 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 you know, I love that. So that's going to be the powder for this week. Of course, I got fingerprints all over it already. So that's going to be the powder. I'm going to use this as, actually, let me pull the blush out first. Yes, I put it in this container because it's shattered beyond anything I've ever seen in my life. And no, I'm not going to press this. I know somebody is going to say, press that. You can press that again. Put alcohol all over it. I'm not going to. I'm just going to continue to dip my brush in here and use it that way. It does have like different tonalities, and whew, it's an illuminating blush that actually came with this illuminating primer in a set that I bought on Haute Look. And occasionally you get something on Haute Look and they put stuff in, like, they'll put like a small thing in a giant box, and then that small package bangs back and forth, and that's what happened with this one. These two things were in a small padded envelope, not heavily padded, a thin padded envelope, and the envelope was about this big and the box was like this big, and it just bashed back and forth all the way until it got here. And I've gotten other things, and you do get a refund right away from Haute Look, but I've gotten other things that have also bashed their way across the country. Like, I have a big eye palette that I ended up giving that one to my daughter, and I bought a new one, but you know, like a crown brush palette that's got everything, and that bashed back and forth and broke. So I got the new one, and of course it's broken, but it's not so severely broken that I would ask for a refund. So anyway, so that'll be the blush. In fact, I think I might use this blush for a couple weeks, and we'll see if I can get it down a little bit. Another thing I have is the Smashbox highlighter. I never liked the way this lid is, because you have to twist it off, and that aggravates me. Why? I don't know. But it aggravates me. So anyway, these are really beautiful colors, and what I do is I just put my brush across, and you can see when you just kind of sweep through all the colors, that's what you get. And it's like almost invisible on your skin, which I think is a good thing, because what it does is it just gives you like a really subtle glow. It's right here, and I've worn this many times, and I really like it, and I always am able to tell that I have it on. So that will be the highlighter. Kind of like in the Makeup Basket, because I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, this is awesome. This is a bronzer that I've never used. I got this as part of a set that came with a BB cream, which I showed when I was showing the drawers. It does have a brush. It's still encased in plastic. I'll take that out of the plastic actually, because sometimes these synthetic brushes that come with this are like pretty good. It's awful big though. And this is a nice light subtle bronzer. I have a darker one that I have in a use up, and that is this one. And I do have the perfect brush for that, which is this little Ulta brush. I know when I sent Catherine Pye a bunch of stuff from Ulta, and now she lives in the US. Thank you, welcome Catherine, I'm so happy you're here. Anyway, at the time she was still living in Germany, and so she uses the little brush that I sent her too, and it's perfect for like little stuff like this. Like I use this to put on this bronzer today, so it's like perfect for that. But on a daily basis and with this one, I will be using my big crown brush. But what I'll be doing is I'll be like sweeping through and using this brush. And this is such a nice subtle bronzer. I've never used it before, but I like the color. It's just perfect for me. It's very close to the e.l.f. Baked Peach bronzer. And that's one of the reasons this appealed to me so much. So I'll be using that as my bronzer, and wow, I have like some really cool stuff in here. Now I'm gonna leave this out on my vanity because it's got that broken palette, and let me pull this out so I can show y'all. Oh, now you can kind of ignore all this stuff up here. I will be still using this to set my eyes, but I'm not gonna bother to use any powder except what's in here. For the most part anyway. Let's wait and see, because who knows if the Clinique powder is still good or not. Let me back up a little so you can see. Oh, I'm back as far as I can get. So you can see I got some really good stuff in here that I'm really excited to use. For those days that I don't put on a full foundation look, which is most of the time. A lot of times during the week I don't even wear any makeup, but I'm gonna start because I notice it makes me feel, I don't know, just like feel finished, and it's like as if you're in your pajamas all day and you don't even bother to wash your face. That's how you feel when you don't wear makeup, at least for me. So I noticed that since I've been doing the lipstick thing that I feel much better when I put makeup on. Like my whole outlook is better. So anyway, here are the products that are in this week's Makeup Basket, and I hope you're all excited that this is a feature that's coming back. And I'll be using all these products. I'm going to try to figure out how to use that make product and see if it works well for me. This is one of my favorites for November, so I am going to be using a lot of products and trying to figure out what am I going to put in my favorites video. And we'll see what's what and what's whatever. So, oh, and also these things. So anyway, thank you for watching. This is just week one of starting back up with my weekly makeup basket. Oh, and I forgot that you're gonna pick my nail polish. So let me put this down and go get my polish wheel. What I'll do is I'll polish my nails with something, and then Friday night, it'll be before the next makeup basket, I will use whichever one that you pick. So I'm gonna start with number one. Which is really beautiful polish. That's really pretty on. Number two is a hated polish that I'm going to probably try one more time, and then I'm going to can it because I hate it with a passion. This is a julep polish, and this is the two julep polishes. It's purple, and this has a top coat. And then there's this color, and This is a super dark color. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I probably should give it another try. Then there's this red that I've never used. Yeah, that's the Pacifica polish that I have. Never used that. And then there is, what color are you? Oh, I have these two nude type colors. Really wanting to try this one, so this is the one I'm probably going to polish tonight. So I'd like you to forget about. No, maybe I'll do orange. Yeah, I'll do the orange polish tonight. So just don't pick this one, because remember, I'm going to do my nails again on Friday night with whatever polish you choose. So I'm going to go ahead and use this orange one so you can forget about that. This blue one is like electric blue, so I would have to chill that out somehow. Don't know how I would do that. Don't know how I feel about that. Then there are these minis. I currently have this one on. No. This one on. So I have this one, which is an Elizabeth Arden, and this one, I don't know, I can't remember without going over there to see what that is. This one is an Ulta polish. These are really super nice. This is a nice light purple color, and then there's the gold that I'm wearing, and I have a silver. So anyway, I will give you another look at this polish wheel, and then go ahead and, you know, in the messages down below, pick one of the polishes. Let me know what it is. I will check by Thursday night to see which polish it is that everybody decided on, and the ones with the most votes will be the polish that I use. Alright, so I'm going to just run through the wheel again one more time. And so, there we go. And don't forget, don't pick this one, because I'm going to put it on. I think. I'm not positive, but let's see. I'll see what spirit moves me. Maybe I won't even pick one that's from this wheel for this week. Alright, so thank you very much again for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary. Down in the comments, I want to make sure that you absolutely let me know which polish is the one that you would like me to put on Friday night. Alright, so anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary, and the polish wheel is back. Alright, thank you, and have a beautiful evening. Good night.